So we look at these two circles here. In this first circle, we see that this circle is divided into 3 equal parts, and we have 2 of those parts. So the fraction is 2 over 3. The second circle, we see that this circle is divided into 4 equal parts, and we have 3 of those 4 parts. So this is 3 over 4. But just by comparison, just by looking at the visuals, it's clear the remains of the rightmost circle is greater than the remains of the leftmost circle. This sign, the less than sign, shows that the part of the first circle is less than the parts of the second circle. But looking at the fractions 2/3 and 3/4, it isn't immediately obvious which fraction is larger. So, arguably, you can draw both diagrams and visually compare to see which one is larger, but there's a quicker way. In this example, we look at the first rectangle. This first rectangle, if we guide it by the red lines, is divided into 6 equal parts. And of those 6 equal parts, 1 is shaded blue. So the fraction shaded blue is 1 over 6. In the second diagram, second rectangle, guided by the red lines again, it is now divided into 9 equal parts. Of those 9 equal parts, 4 are shaded blue. So the fraction that represents the parts of shaded blue is 4 over 9. And in the third diagram, we divide this rectangle into 18. Of these 18 smaller parts, 11 of them are shaded blue. So the fraction that represents this rectangle is 11 over 18. Just looking at the 3 fractions, 1 over 6, 4 over 9, and 11 over 18, it isn't immediately obvious which fraction is larger. Looking at the diagrams, we can tell that 1 over 6 is smaller than 4 over 9, which is smaller than 11 over 18. But this leads us into the simpler way to identify these. If we look at the 3 rectangles closely, and now we're looking at both the red lines and the guide black lines below, we see that each of these rectangles are divided into 18 parts. If we consider all lines, then we have 18 for this leftmost rectangle, and of those 18 small parts, 3 are colored blue. So that's 1 over 6 is the same as saying 3 over 18. Similarly, 4 over 9 is the same as saying 8 over 18. Of these 18 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 are colored blue. And 11 out of 18 is colored blue in the rightmost rectangle. So just looking at the 3 fractions now all expressed with a denominator of 18, it's easy to see that the one with the largest numerator is the largest of the 3. So 3 over 18 is less than 8 over 18, which is less than 11 over 18. So just to summarize what I said before, when comparing fractions, express fractions with the same denominator, and we using the L.C.M. So this first example says to arrange the fractions 1/2, 1 over 3, 1 over 4, and 1 over 5 in order of size, starting with the smallest. So the L.C.M. of 2, 3, 4, and 5 is 60. We dealt with L.C.M. in a previous video. And now we want to express each of these fractions over 60. 1 over 2, when expressed as a fraction over 60, 1 over 2 is equal to a fraction over 60. Remember, for equivalent fraction, we need to multiply both the numerator and the denominator by the same number. What do I multiply 2 by to get 60? I multiply 2 by 30 to get 60. So I need to multiply now the numerator by that same number. 1 over 2 is the same as 30 over 60. So we see that 1 over 2 is equal to 30 over 60. Using the same method, 1 over 3 will be determined to be 20 over 60, 1 over 4, 15 over 60, and 1 over 5, 12 over 60. So now that we have them arranged over the same denominator, we can now compare numerator to see which fraction is larger. And we can see now that 12 over 60 is smaller than 15 over 60, which is smaller than 20 over 60, which is smaller than 30 over 60. 1/5 is smaller than 1 over 4, smaller than 1 over 3, which is smaller than 1 over 2.